Or go. Architect will be in the asset. He'll catch up.
It's a Mithras. It's 120.
Alright.
It's a Mystic
gonna-
Mithras. Alright.
Trying to set up someplace where we have good sight lines, but we can then just drop back into cover.
Okay, we
Again, Bob is gonna go
are
off and pretty much
on
do
map
what he
3, Snowblind.
We're
and
pretty
I'm
slow because of me and the Oro, so...
Loading in. I don't think anybody
Now,
decided to
let's go
fly.
south.
Let's find out in a minute.
Something a little more open.
No, I don't think either team decided to fly. So, all right, welcome. We are on planet Suzano. Suzano.
What was that do with?
Is it Suzano? Suzani? How do you pronounce Suzano?
Sounds Italian.
Anyway, we are on battle 443, and we are tied. The Capellans defending planet Suzano, Free Worlds League, with not much left in the game. They are on the brink of elimination.
Drop 6
In
and
a
7
month
where we
or
want to
so,
set up.
are trying to get something back after having losing a planet that held lots of stuff that couldn't retreat. The Free Worlds League are counting their days of existence, luckily. That doesn't mean that they can't put up some interesting fights, but that is the situation. So, I don't have a race in this horse. In this race. I like it better my way. But the interesting part of this is that we are going to be seeing some strange lists from the Free Worlds League, because whoever decided to attack that planet did not have a good battle strategy and put a bunch of good stuff in there. So the Free Worlds League is having to get a bit creative with some of their assets. Yes, that is an Oro workhorse of the Chaos March fleets, but something in pub games that if you see it taken, in even stranger, yes, that is a Mithras. Now, these things are in the game for a reason, certainly. But frontline assault stuff, no, those are our support. All right. Countering this, we have, let's see here, Calderborn, Loki. So far, nothing that's gonna break the backs of the Free Worlds League. Let's see what else they have, though. APC. That could get interesting. So, the blue team, Capellans, have unlimited ammo, but they also have one fewer carrying assets. So, as soon as something dies, they'll have to be on the offensive more than they would have been. So, unlimited ammo, that's nice. The battle armor, infantry, gives you skilled pilot, a lot of firepower in the battle armor, and a big map, but lots of places. What did they say in the huddle? Verticality to work with, and they brought their own regulator.
Anyone have
PPC
radar?
and MRMs. SRM, something. Missiles and PPC, I like that. So they have a lot of speed here, but they have a disadvantage in armor by far. The Oro is lightly armored, but it is still a tank, and you start adding together two hovercrafts with the Loki. The Capellans really are going to have to rely on the Avatar and the Calderborn to soak up damage. This is TC Snowblind. You're looking at it.
Okay, contact.
It has these two little
316
bridges,
up on
the
center
HPG
mountain,
uplinks,
radar dishes.
and it's huge. It plays a big map.
I see him.
We used to play it in terrain control
Oh,
in
you
public
go for
games a
range.
lot, but it's an old map, so you don't see it as often. And again, the teams are tied 1-1, and whoever wins here will, unless we have a tie, let's not even joke about that after yesterday's 3v3 tie, but we will be at
Safe to say they probably
2-1,
yes.
so we should have at least one more map after this. 1 to 2 more
1
maps after this, and hopefully we'll be moving along fast enough that we don't lose all the Europeans
Battle
before we
armor.
begin then,
Battle
because frankly 4v4 fights are
It's,
nice, but
1500 meters
5v5
out,
is
heading 333.
5v5 plus is kind of the sweet spot for your smaller Chaos March battles.
Yo,
Heading
if you've got
340.
battle armor on you,
And
because
we are
I've
not
got
going to
flamers
suspend
and
the
I can
campaign
cook it.
because we have
I
the
think
Blakis
maybe it's a Tega.
going next week along.
It's got
another
PPC,
team where
but
to go.
it might also have tag.
So they do have an
You
LRM
guys
launcher
gonna
up
show us
there,
from here?
1 kilometer of range. If the
We're
battle
so
armor
far,
does have a
I don't
missile
think tag's
beacon,
gonna do any good from there.
I mean, doesn't LRM go for 1600?
that's about as
No,
far
it's
out as this
like
thing is going to
14,
get. This is the
1500.
limit of the missiles. So they're not going to be able to fire the missiles off with the BA. Now they see the BA, though,
I've got
the
contact,
Free Worlds
something on
League
the
is going to be a
ground,
lot more likely to
330.
camp up and not have the
So,
initiative to
what is
move.
that? Oh, hey, that's Bob.
25 minutes remain in the battle here on the MK Master
Let's rotate to the left.
streaming network
Bob.
and on the, I guess we're going to call them the HPG servers. Still working on that.
Battle armors are heading 4 degrees.
I think we had a DC here. There's no way that battle armor is going to just stand there.
Oh, it's Chaos March.
Oh, right. I forgot. We do this thing.
Okay, so we are in hold. We'll officially call it at 86. Resume. There'll be 24 minutes left.
What was keypad of the battle armor? I want to get eyes on that and kill it.
Is in Echo 5, keypad 9.
Well,
Sorry,
hang
Echo
on.
6. Echo 6, keypad 9.
Is it still there?
Yes.
He's
Channel switched.
To have a Thunderbolt VTOL.
Alright, on resume, there'll be 24 minutes left in the battle. And I will stay in here to let you know when resume is.
We've got an APC, so it won't take long.
Out of curiosity, let's see here. Nope, that wasn't the bad disconnect. The standard disconnect. Still bad, but at least it wasn't the disconnect of death. Alright.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, then take the tag. We can still try.
Resume in 10
missiles.
seconds. Match will end 24 minutes from 85.
Channel switched.
Resume in 5 seconds. Match will end 24 minutes from now. Resume.
Okay,
Match
to the
ends
right.
61.
see if I can snipe the BA.
Well, at least it didn't happen yesterday, although technically it did, but it was a disconnect of the other kind of crash. So
Was there more BA? No, they're on the bridge.
we still occasionally have those random disconnects off the server, and we're
I might
working
just
on
get
it.
back to that.
But at least
Yeah.
now, the past few weekends, we've had maybe 1 out of 16 hours of gameplay, so it hasn't been too bad recently. Where were we? We're doing something. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Something chaosy marched, right. They're trying to use the battle armor to get in position against the enemies using something called a target
I'm
acquisition
getting it
gear. And it's a missile beacon.
Are we og yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, the infantry is trying to get within range
So
and use a missile beacon so that his allies can fire
To
a
the
bunch
red
of guided missiles to hit the enemy, so that they don't have to worry about return fire from the enemy, theoretically at least. Okay, the battle armor's
Not so
here,
far.
so
Metal armor.
that's the wonderful thing about the map, is that it's large enough that you know where you're going, but it's hard to see enough that
battle armor.
it's not always easy to get there. So
It's
they
on
know that they have the
the
battle
hill in
armor.
front
Now
of
remember that
us,
carrying asset
there's
thing we
a
talked
low
about?
hill.
Here's a bit of a complication.
But it's in.
Until the battle armor or something else
Echo
dies in
5.
the field, battle armor actually
It's in a
carries.
little turret dish.
If time ran out right now, finger snap,
There's
time's out, it's a tie. Now, they kill the battle armor, or the battle armor kills something else, something of theirs, then
Echo 5.
the Capellans, the blue
Yeah, it's
team,
still in Echo 5. I can
then
see it
have to
moving now.
take the initiative and try to hurry up and get a kill before time runs out,
Is it trying to
because
shoot
otherwise
you?
they'll lose by default, by attrition. It's confusing. It is, and it is it's a system of compromises based on how many years?
The rest of them are
5 years.
moving to the closer radar dish.
5 years of this,
Oh, they're moving.
They're 1,300
and
meters
so
out.
now, the Innisphere team, okay, the Capellans, now have to try to get
Good.
something dead before time runs out at 6100. Otherwise, they'll lose by default.
They are coming down.
So that's the risk when you bring infantry and/or aircraft. Is if they die, they can force you to become more aggressive than you might otherwise like with your battles.
Oh,
They got
When you
some
start
bad
thinking about
spots
team
here.
balance, Kentax, Invictus, Bob. Alright, that's pretty good. Nico, and Bolter. Neko, Mimi, Bolter, and Nico. That's actually pretty balanced. Stiltskin, Jamek,
Go
and
ahead and fall down,
Silver.
Shez.
You know,
See if
these
we can
teams
get
don't
behind
actually
that
look
rock.
that bad, really. In
Okay,
terms
I'm
of
down. It's better so. I'm
Player
stuck
skill.
in the middle.
That's cool.
very glad that we were able to get some Chaos March in today. Very glad that we were able to get some normal-sized fights. I expect after this fight, because this will be a long one, that we'll probably break down to 5v5 and 4v4, but we probably will push on. And there should be one more map tonight. I'm pretty sure that we'll have one more, but we might have two. We're trying to get out of here a little bit early. It's a very strange time of year for us, in which the time zones are all out of whack. We have a worldwide player base. The people that you see here are half from Europe, half from North America, and it's
Yeah, they're coming
difficult
around
enough
the,
if we're all on the
repair base
same
side.
daylight savings settings. But right now we're on two different settings, and that's been affecting us a bit. But that supposedly equalizes next weekend. So I'm told. So blue team, the Capellans, still have a very good chance here, but they need to share armor between Liko and
Got a
Nico
PA
Mimi,
350.
because Stiltskin and the
Behind us,
hovercrafts have good
behind the
maneuverability,
biggest rock furthest from us.
but are not frontline assets when it comes to their armor. Bolter, long since respawned, probably trying to get some
Avatar
tag
pretty bad.
going in from something. There he is. You see Bolter over on that rock over there, and the only way that you can see the missile beacon is if you have night vision on, and night
Have a
vision
grid on
is black and white and very white
grid, yeah.
screen, and it would be really hard to use during the daytime here on Snowblind.
Oh, don't fire.
Oh, this map has had a
Oh,
day-night cycle.
Tag himself.
I love this map. Wish we had a chance to play it a bit more often, especially in public games, but it really requires a lot of players to play it effectively, because it is such a large map. So Bolter does a good job there, as we see the remnants of his battle armor. By the way, did you know that infantry drop weapons, and that other infantry can pick them up? Like, if I was infantry right now, I could pick that up and have a free PPC.
E6 keypad.
So here's the deal.
7.
The blue team, the Capellans, are down to their last infantry life, and they need to get aggressive, but they don't have armor. They've done good damage, but an Oro is not, in this particular case, is actually pretty well armored. It's not that bad with its low armor in this situation.
Do you know what that is?
Here's the
It's off
problem.
way by itself.
Backing up in the Oro. Never do that. As it goes down, this fight begins to beat. It's a lot of LRMs, he's not into cover. Yep.
Oh no, Chazar.
Alright.
APC. Ooh, that's nice.
Okay, so remember that carrying assets thing. We're tied now. So each team has equal priority to be on an aggressive attack. Good battles today. Even if we ended after this fight, this was a good day.
Battle armor on top of me and Echo 5.
We might have some upset people after this fight, though, because this is slowly in a war of attrition.
I'm going down. There's an APC on my current location. Cauldronborn.
Yeah, they're crowding in. Yeah, they're moving in Echo 5, keypad 8. Echo 5, keypad 8. That's where they are.
Architect, using the force to get out of there. Will he live? Is another question. Kentax doesn't have a lot of armor. The thing with the Free Worlds League is that they have the armor advantage, but the loss of the tank and the number of hits that they've been taking, the infantry controlled by Bolter has really been making a difference here. Invictus is going to have to make some stuff happen with this advantage. And we're getting near halfway through the match, minus the hold, so about 17 minutes left of the 30-minute time limit. Architect needs to get out of there, but doesn't have much positioning. Nico Mimi has good fire on him, and in fact, Architect might go down if he takes it to volley. Victor's trying to provide covering fire for his allies while everybody gets in position, but they are really getting hammered down right now with the range advantage. Architect probably should be the focus of our stuff, because if Architect goes down, this fight is really going to be the Capellan's advantage at that point. They might even have the advantage right now because they are, most of their assets are fresh, and the loss of the Oro negates the armor advantage that the Free Worlds League, the red team, originally had. Yep, this just got interesting.
I'm almost down.
So Bolter doesn't really have the armor to do anything here. And Invictus is the only fresh thing they have, and it's over. They have 2 assets left. At this point, the objective would try to be kill Bolter, because then Bolter would be out of respawns, and that would get the battle armor out of there, which has really been the deciding factor so far. And then if Invictus has some superhero powers left, he might be able to get one of the damaged assets. The problem is, and I'm surprised they're not doing that, the Capellans aren't rushing in there, but I think they actually have 3 things left alive, but Bear really doesn't have weapons for taking on. So here's the key. Invictus needs help taking down this battle armor, and I just don't think anybody nearby can provide that. And every time that Invictus moves, there's something else to take him on. And yeah, any chance they had at the upset just went away with Invictus taking too much damage. So the Capellans will move in for the kills, and we'll go up 2-1.
User
And
left your channel.
that might be it for the day for our pilots, because I think that the Free Worlds League team is going to have a bad taste in their mouth after that one. That's going to leave Bear with LRMs and Bob with a Gauss cannon and some short-range lasers to try and do something. And I think that we're going to, regardless of what we do, we're going to have to mix up the teams a bit. I'm sure we're going to lose some people after this fight, because it increasingly feels like a frustrating loss for the Free Worlds League, because they had the right equipment, they had the right players to win this, but I don't believe that's going to be the case here. Battle armor, they did a good job early on of countering it, but that second and third life really good. That Bear is going to go down. Putting up as much of the fight as he can, but that is a long-range seal. And, that's it. So Capellans go up 2-0, and we're going to 2-1, and we might have to mix teams.